get out!
Hello tankers and tankettes, welcome to another of my replays. This is one from the stream and it was obviously from a Monday because there's Jingles. Circon's there as well, of course. Jingles is in his Raid Boss Junior, the T28, and Circon's in the AC-48, so they're both in tank destroyers and I'm in my IS-3. Now, this is actually my IS-3 Ace Tanker game, and it's kind of a weird one. Erlenberg lives up to its name in this particular match. It actually has taken me quite a while, comparatively, to get the IS-3 Ace Tanker, because I had it the first time round after I had the KV4, because I went down that line first. And I basically stole the crew, which were fairly competent, to put in my IS-4 because I didn't want to use the STI crew. I felt like keeping the SD1 rather. Somebody corrected me on that and showed me that there's blueprints which purport to show. I don't know. It might all be photoshopped, but probably not. That's a conspiracy theory too far. Anyway, I didn't want to use my SD1 crew because I wanted to keep the SD1, so I decided I was just gonna get the garage slot and sold the IS-3. So it was a while later, once I'd bought some garage slots in a sale, I decided to rebuy the IS-3, put a fresh crew in it, 75%. That's always fun, and it's taken some little time to get to a point where the crew's good enough and I've just played enough battles and yeah, Ace Tanker. But it's such a derpy match, this one. So I've gone north because the IS-3 is just such a good rounder. I know I can get back down south in time. Jingles has stayed put down there because T28, not such a mobile machine. Circon actually has the same option I do because the French tank destroyers at the higher tiers are pretty nippy. I mean, even the tier 6, the ARL, one of the few things that's got going for it is that it's reasonably mobile. Anyway, that's a 122.44 down. There's not much going on here just now, but we know there's something over there because that KV-13 just took a hit from something. So I'm gonna take a risk. I'm gonna push forward to these houses, get to cover. I may or may not be spotted. This crew isn't on their second crew skill yet, so my IS-4 crew are quite far ahead now. I think they're second, charging towards their third crew skill. KV-4 crew are some of them on their fifth crew skill already, but this crew not nearly so experienced. So I don't know. I don't have sixth sense yet. I'm just relying on the things you rely on when you don't have sixth sense, just seeing if people are getting shot, seeing if you're getting shot, and just relying on knowing where enemy tanks are likely to be. Now, that KV-13 is in pretty bad shape. I'm pretty sure there's something up in A9, A0 spotting, so I want to get to cover basically. That's my priority. The KV-13 does the wrong thing there. He should have gone where I went basically, because we know there's stuff up there. And the stuff that it's probably a Hellcat. I mean, yeah, it was the Hellcat that killed the KV-13, and it's got very good view range. So the Hellcat's just sitting back there spotting. There's artillery in this match as well, so that's something I'm going to be wary of. Now, this is the part where I'm going to speed it up because quite a lot of this match, just nothing happens. It's spent cowering up in this corner because I know I can't advance without being spotted. There's the Ferdy, which is bad news for me. Nope, try a blind shot anyway, but whoa, yep, stuff up there, definitely stuff up there. I know there's stuff there, but if I advance across the open, I'm going to get hammered from A9 and A0, and I'm also going to get hammered by that 30, so I'm not going to make it anywhere. I could press further down towards the cap, but there's no backup there, so, you know, I've sort of got backup with the T34, but it's just, I'm kind of a bit stuck wherever I go, and this is just Erlenberg all over. 5-8, it's not going so well for us, but there's a T43, and let's see if I can't be in a position. So that's at least a Hellcat and a T43 up in that corner. There may even be something else. Artillery might even be up there, we don't know. But I'm going to take a little risk. If the T-43 comes where I can shoot him, that'll be rather nice. Yes, there we go, bam, and I put one into him, and the T-34 annihilates him. Now, the T-34 is making the same mistake that the KV-13 did. He's not anticipating that basically he's not in cover from fire from the A-line. He should be backing into somewhere where he is in cover. No, Hellcat claims another victim. I don't know where the Hellcat was exactly, but he was it's somewhere where he could get a very good field of view, and he managed to kill that E2 in a place where I wouldn't have expected him to be able to kill an E2. So I have no idea where that Hellcat was, and I finished the battle without knowing where that Hellcat was exactly. But this T-34 is... he's not protecting... So, whoa, okay. Okay. Unexpected heavy. Okay, that is a very, very odd place for a heavy tank to be in that corner. That is some hardcore camping there from that T-32. He's basically been of no use to his team up till that point. I'd be surprised if he'd really done much damage. But it presents a significant problem for me. There we go. He's killed the T-34, who was just not in the right place there, unfortunately. Oh, 8-11. Now, me, Circon, and Jingles are all still alive, and there's a VK3001H. Circon and Jingles you can see in the south there, protecting the sort of the middle and the south, and I'm kind of still stuck here, basically. That Ferdinand is the biggest threat, but I know there's also a T-32 up there, and a Hellcat. So, what to do? So, I'm just repositioning here, because they know where I was, and if I can... There we go, that works in my favour. This T-32 advances. He thinks I was still in a different position. He's now out in the open, so I've put one shot in him. Can I put another in? No? Okay. I'm slightly wary still of artillery, because I think artillery might be A0. I haven't seen any evidence of it so far, but it's a very likely spot for artillery. And oh, that's that Hellcat as well. Now this could be tricky. The Hellcat's not so much a problem, but the two of them together, it forces me to divide my fire. So, in the side of the Hellcat, and he doesn't have a fire extinguisher, so boom. I got my money's worth out of that shell. So, as far as I know, it's just the T-32, so I feel quite comfortable advancing on him. He can hurt me if he knows what he's doing, and this guy was not a terrible player, even though he was in totally the wrong place. He knows how to use the mobility of his tank. It's just up till now he really hasn't been much of a threat. But hello, surprise IS-3. Okay. Let's get moving then. Let's make sure, you know, at most that only one tank can shoot me at a time. So, whoa, yeah, well done there, Jedi. That driving. Whoa, and there's artillery, and T-32 shoots me again. And I want as much as possible to be engaging one tank at a time. So just using my mobility here. Right, I'm going to turn my front armour. Got a slight bit of breathing space. Whoa, lucky bounce. And there's T-32, and you muffed that shot. Oh well. Right, let's back up. This is not a good situation. I'm low on health, and the IS-3 is still full health, and that is two health, really. And this is not good. I'm backed out in the open, but fortunately the Ferdy is no longer where he was, so I don't have to worry about being shot in the back by that guy. Right, there we go. Right, I've taken care of that guy. That's now just one-on-one. I actually feel a lot more comfortable now, even though the IS-3 is full health. So I go for the face hug, I go for the clinch, and this allows me to, since the model change, this is actually easier versus enemy IS-3s. There we go, blocked that shot, and I can basically shoot into his driver's hatch. The gun depression on the IS-3 is not so good, but because of the model change, this is actually, hitting that driver's hatch is now a lot easier. So there we go, block that shot again. He knocks my gun out, but no actual hit point damage. I'm very vulnerable to artillery, but I am really banking on the enemy artillery being a good enough player that they decide not to risk hurting the friendly tank, because not... Oh, no, okay, never mind that thought. The RT risked it. 69 health. Okay, that's kind of lucky, but I know I've got some breathing space whilst he reloads, so I use that. I can't... that IS-3 wreck is in the way. So I'm going to see if I can spot enemy arty. And it's at this point, Jingles and Circon still left alive. Circon's got 2 kills, Jingles has got 3, and I've got 4. If Circon kills the arty, then we can get brothers in arms. So, whoa! Yeah, fortunately, the GW Panther misses, but my hit points are such that I think he fancies he can ram me, so I get the hell out of the way, just so A, he can't ram me, and B, he can't shoot me again. And I'm basically buying time for Circon to get into position. If it was the other way around, if it was Jingles that had the 2 kills, then I think I just would have taken the shot, because by the time Jingles got into position, bam, there we go. So that was interesting. It was a whole bunch of sitting around not doing much for quite a lot of the match, and then it all got interesting all at once, and I did a lot of damage at the end of the match there. I took the T-32 from full health, I took the IS-3 from full health, and that was basically in a less mobile tank, in a less bouncy tank, I think that would have been very difficult. But as it was, and unsurprisingly, I got steel at the wall out of that as well. It was 5k damage received. I dished out 4k damage myself. And if you look at the score list, it's basically myself, Circon, and Jingles at the top of our team. When the rest of the team was, the result was pretty anemic. Arty did, in fact, the only other player that did over 1k damage was the KV5. Arty did less than 1k. T-34 was 700 damage. T-20 with 400. A couple of people with 0 damage. Not very impressive. So I would say between the 3 of us, we did actually carry that match fairly hard. And I was surprised that that was my ace tanker badge. But I think that was more in part I didn't realise that I didn't have it already. So yeah, but that was derpy, and it was also kind of exciting and, dare I say it, fun at the end there. It's always nice when you can take down 2 same tier heavy tanks from full health when you you're coping with not having full hit points yourself, and given that they were platooned and trying to coordinate fire, you know, it's yeah, it was a bit iffy there, but I came through somehow. So, if you enjoyed this match, you can hit the like button, you can subscribe to my channel, you can check out my Facebook page, and as always, stay tuned for more.